That comic podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to That Comic Podcast. I'm your host, Menti, and with me, as always, are my wonderful sidekicks. First, P-Features.
Hello, internets.
And then there's Blah, 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 a.k.a. Lance.
What's up?
What's up? Cyclops doesn't suck this week?
Yeah, Cyclops sucks. I better yeah.
I taking it easy on him for once. And then there's Baby Huey.
What's going on?
What's going on? And then a surprise guest. We're also joined from Michael over there at Comic Universe. What's up, buddy?
Hello, even.
Oh, hi. Mike's joining us because we got some cool announcements later in the show. But before that, this is going to be a weird show because a lot of last minute news happened and we got a whole lot of books to review. So I'm going to barrel through as much of this as I can to make sure we can spend more time on the comics because I don't know about you guys. This was a hell of a week. So we do have things like the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. We have the Predator Badlands trailer. We have that controversial Superman moment that we all kind of feel iffy about, turning out that it cannot be retconned. So spoiler alert for Superman when we get there. But there's also that Vanity Fair article about the future of the MCU, which is a juicy one. There's a lot of information in that. Plus Spider-Man and Magic the Gathering at San Diego Comic-Con this year. We want to, since it's three of us play Magic, I don't really care what the other two of you think. And then last but not least, our special announcement with Mike here over at Comic Universe. Now, go ahead, Mike. You got something?
I'm here.
Okay, good enough. Good. I'm glad you're here. That's the important part. Well, it's funny that he actually jumped in that way because right before the show, Mike downed one of Magic Mind's double XL extra strength shots. And as you know from last week, we tried this for our first time. Magic Mind reached out to us and sent us a box, and we tried it for our first time. But now that we're a week in, I got to say it's a little different than I thought it was going to be. Because it did, that first show gave me some energy. It was a little bit of mental clarity. But after a few days of using it, it has changed the way I deal with coffee. If you've been following the show for a while, you know that coffee is kind of a big part of my routine. It's usually 2 or 3 cups a day. But ever since starting with this, it's really down to 2. And that's because that final cup of coffee is so unnecessary. Because over time, the way that it releases caffeine slowly, it's not as much of a jittery caffeinated experience. It's more mental clarity. It's a calmer and softer kind of energy, which is really nice, especially when you're balancing a lot of projects at the same time. I find it easier to deal with the stresses of that because when I'm trying to hit 2 or 3 projects, the littlest thing that happens, like a key not working, a keyboard shortcut or something not working, will usually piss me off. But I've noticed that my anger isn't really where it once was on those kind of minuscule moments. And I do think it's because of switching from coffee to these Magic Mind shots for that final boost to make sure the day stays productive. So if anybody wants to join us in trying this out, we got one more week of this. Go over to magicmind.com/comic-podcast, comic-pod50, magicmind.com/comic-pod50 to get 50% off your next order. magicmind.com/comic-pod50. All right, that was it. We got to get into all of this news and get into all of these trailers. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk to good old P-Features about the worst thing we're going to talk about today.
Yay.
Is it actually the worst? You know, it probably is. But I love it. And I want to ask you guys, have you, we've all seen the first Mortal Kombat movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
The prequel.
Oh, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The prequel. That's such a good way to look at it. It is a prequel. It's the only Mortal Kombat movie that has
one of the best movies.
Yeah.
It's one of the best movies I don't remember.
Yes, wow. That's the best way to call it because it's not the best movie you don't remember. It is the worst movie you don't remember, and there's a reason you don't remember it because it is the worst movie.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I can admit to that, but I want to say, like, Menti, you have Jurassic Park, right? Yes. Moshko has Fast and the Furious.
Yes,
this one's me. I'm Mortal Kombat. It comes
it's your
out
guilty pleasure.
I'm there. I can't
it is a
help
guilty
it.
pleasure franchise at this point.
It really is.
And it's not, and it's the newest of them because of that last damn movie and how bad magic robot arms are. God, that movie makes me so mad to my soul.
But we've all seen this trailer now, right? I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on it? I would definitely get into mine. I don't want to spill mine first. and I just want to hear what you guys think.
I'm the biggest hater.
It looks like a cartoon.
Let's get a cartoon
In the
Yeah.
worst way possible.
Yes.
wow.
It
You know what it
looks
looks like? It
There
looks
was
like
very little actual physical effects in it.
it looks like they just were like, what characters do I get to use? All right, let's throw them at you with nothing holding them together. The flimsiest connection to these characters and this story you could possibly come up with, I feel like, is this franchise. I really wanted it to be great, but that first movie is atrocious.
It is.
I think if they just made the movie out of the outtakes, it would actually draw more.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's visually better than like Armageddon, but I don't think plot wise it is. Acting, it sure is. It's a little bit better, but I don't think it's
yeah,
it's a disappointment. It's not good for fans of the franchise. Any long-term fans of the franchise, it's not great
It's
for.
exactly what you would expect from a Mortal Kombat movie.
No.
No.
I think the first Mortal Kombat movie is great
Yes. Amazingly.
because
So.
it focuses on the combat in the tournament. The fact that there's no tournament in Mortal Kombat drives me crazy. It's like the fact that in my franchise, they got to focus on clones no matter what. All of these new Mortal Kombat movies and games that want to focus on anything besides the frickin' tournament is the weirdest thing I've ever come across in a franchise that is so scared to be what made it great.
Yeah, he's not wrong, and it would do better if it actually did focus on a tournament. And there is a story and lore around it, but pick one and then
Wait,
focus
is this
on
one
that in
not
a
the
tournament. No, this
No, this is the tournament.
is the
movie.
tournament.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Allegedly.
trilogy. It's a trilogy, but only one movie's going to have a tournament in it.
I think it would
That's-
be awesome if they all had to fight Hanna-Barbera characters.
Yes. Yes. Well, you
You
know
know,
what?
like-
They went multiversal at the end of that last game. I mean, it's possible. They opened up that can of worms.
Yeah,
And they fought the DC universe. It's not, you know what I mean?
I'd have
it's not a-
I'd have to watch it at that point.
Yes. No
it's
question.
not outside the realm, but also, all right, now let's talk about casting. How do we feel about Billy the Butcher as Johnny Cage?
No,
Not a fan.
No, not a
I
fan.
don't
he's
like
like 20 years too old.
I love him.
I love
Carl
him.
Urban.
Yes,
Yeah.
Carl Urban is amazing. He just doesn't scream Johnny Cage to me.
correct.
He doesn't, but after watching this trailer, I think I've watched the trailer at least 2 or 3 times at this point.
Because, of course, you did.
Of course I did. He has a look, but no, I can't see him really as Johnny Cage. He is old, but they are kind of playing this angle of the washed up actor.
But you might get Noob Saibot. Ooh.
Which
You
is
get
exactly
Baraka with a weird mouth that kind of looks like from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, yeah, I did. Huh?
Oh yeah,
He
now, that's a
looks
good movie.
Yes, that's a great movie.
that is, yeah.
Actually, I will watch that instead of this, and then wait for this to come out on streaming.
Wait, hold on. I'll be right back.
Mortal Kombat 2 is probably going to be a solo review by P Features only. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going that way.
Minty will join in to bash it.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to see this in theaters.
yeah,
I truly don't think this is a theater-worthy movie for me. I don't care about. I cannot stress. Well, you guys know. You guys were on this show. How upset I was with that first movie.
Yeah, you were.
How the main Cody, whatever the stupid guy's name in the beginning.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
I get my ass kicked as a power. That guy. Kano as a good guy is stupid as hell.
He
I
really
can't
knows how to take a punch.
Kano is the best person in the movie, and they know
He
that,
is.
so they're like shoehorning him into this hero role that's just terrible. I can't.
But they're going to probably try and do the, we're going to do a big thing and he's going to turncoat and be evil at the end. No
Yeah.
shit.
No
I mean,
way. And you know
Heel
Johnny
turn.
Cage he's going to get his stupid glowy ball magic, his shadow kick and stuff. You know that's going to be the premise of the story.
Yeah.
It's just like, but you like Katana versus Jade.
yeah.
I actually like your version better.
Well, 'cause- okay, so
This
there's
is
the
good.
original.
This is good cinema right here.
The original movie where we had the stupid reptile come out of Scorpion's hand. Stupid and made everyone mad. But
Yes.
the movie surrounding it was so good it didn't matter.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
I could forgive it. There's just so much bad in this movie, except for the first 20 minutes when we see the origin of Scorpion. Past that, trash.
that was cool, I guess.
That was great.
Now,
Yeah. It's false advertising.
Yeah, that's
I'm glad
exactly
you
what it
brought
was.
that up too, because I feel like with this trailer they actually showed a little bit too much. Now,
Yes.
one of my favorite things is yes, we are getting Noob Saibot, and if you guys know who Noob Saibot is, perfect. I'm
Go
not
to
going to
bias.
ruin that yet. But seeing that in the trailer was just like, you should have saved that, because I have a feeling like that also might be the best part of this film.
You should have just saved the whole production. Just save the budget. You know what I mean? There's so many other things you're working on.
They
Just
could
wait
have
till you
saved it as an idea on their computer that they accidentally broke.
I'm not saying
lost
they
it.
can't make this great. I'm saying that the first movie has set them up in such a bad way
Yeah.
that I don't think this franchise is fixable. You killing Goro in the first movie, spoiler alert. I'm sorry, what? By Captain Ass Kick?
Yeah, the worst.
Oh,
The worst.
Carl. I'm just calling him Carl. I don't know what his name is. I know it started with a C. But I think I'm going with Carl.
Carl.
He's terrible.
I don't think it's going to be good. I'm going to go just out of the sheer fact that it's Mortal Kombat, and I take Mortal Kombat way more serious than I do any Street Fighter movie, and I think that's the key thing.
Well, I mean, it's because the story's great, and that's what pisses me off about these movies is they're neglecting the one great thing that they have is wonderful characters and a cool story.
Yeah.
Street Fighter has a
was-
cool story. Or a cool
His name was
characters.
Cole.
Yeah.
Cole.
Yeah.
All right,
Get-
features.
get
You
Cole
got me.
outta
You
here.
can take me to the movies. I'll go see it with you, but you're paying
Awesome.
for the ticket.
But you're paying. All right, that's fair. I will go as well. I'll jump on that. P Features has to pay for everyone, including a plane ticket for Lance.
And my
I'll be there.
candy.
And your candy? Okay. Now, if there's a popcorn
I'm gonna
bucket that
sneak-
comes with this, I
I'm
can't
gonna
get
sneak
that for
candy
everyone.
in.
It comes to $60.
Cargo shorts. That's how you do
Cargo
it.
shorts. Yeah, that's why I still. People say I have cargo shorts because I'm unfashionable. No, it's because I go to the movies a lot.
Right.
So we all-
he lets you bring him in.
I know it's a joke, Huey.
I know, but
just,
but
just
people
let the
still
joke
think-
live, Huey.
people still think that they don't allow it. They allow
Yes, and bears hibernate all winter. We know the lies. Let's move on to the better movie of the two.
Yeah. So
Yes.
now, Predator Badlands. Now, we saw the teaser. We saw the teaser. That was great. This trailer now, oh my goodness.
Nailed it.
I just want to say, like, what's capturing me most is that now we have this Predator story that feels like one of the biggest, and not copies, but it feels like they're using this Predator in the same vein they did with Prey. The Prey storyline was so good. Now seeing a Predator kind of go through the same thing, where this is his trial by fire, awesome. And being in on an alien world where he has to just survive.
Oh,
and
no.
we're
Oh no.
We're-
Go ahead, Menti.
Thank
Yeah,
you. All
yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold. Just chill for a second. Just chill for a second.
yes.
This is not my idea, but I heard this for today, right before the show, and
Ooh.
it exploded my mind with possibilities.
Fire off.
The new director of these Predator movies once said that the best way to do a Predator versus Alien movie is not tell anyone you're in a Predator versus Alien movie. What if the
Oh.
unkillable thing they're going after isn't this big monster they keep showing because they're trying to be sneaky?
Oh,
What
it's
if
not.
it
That's-
is an
A
alien?
xenomorph?
That's
What if
probably
it's a
like the
xenomorph?
first 5 minutes of the movie.
You know
More than
what?
likely, yes.
The big alien thing that's coming after, or like right out.
You're exactly.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
first
Yeah.
5
And he
minutes.
thinks maybe he does it. Maybe he thinks he kills it quickly, and he's like, "Ha ha, I did it." They're like, "No, we're close. Go into that temple."
You know what? Now that you
Yeah.
say that,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
the connection between aliens and predators there, we have what's the whaling in the whaling
Whale, yeah.
industries, yeah,
Mhm.
and the android that's there.
Well, they want you to think of Alien not just from Wayland. I mean, they even had that big mechanical thing that Ripley was in. Well,
Yes.
it was a little wider, but it definitely made you want to think about Ripley in
Yeah.
that scene. So they are purposely trying to make you think about Alien, and if that's the case, it's more than likely we see a xenomorph or something in this movie.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
already sold because these last batch of Predator films have been so dope.
Dude, he knows the character so well. The guy who's doing this, baby Huey, can you look him up, please? Because he deserves to have his name butchered by us. Because
Who am I looking up here?
who is the guy who's been making all of the recent Predator movies? The Predator, the Killer of
Prey.
Killers, Prey, and now this Badlands. Because I remember I told you guys when Black Panther vs. Predator came out, it's a terrible, terrible take on the world of the Predator.
Yeah,
Where this movie feels Killer of Killers did a great job of showing what I think their home planet should look like and how their society should function. I think he nailed the idea of Predator better than even Predators or even Predator 2.
yes, Yes.
I'm
Nice.
going to put
You know-
his name in our chat.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
put
His first name's good.
Dan.
Yeah.
Trachtenberg.
Track.
Dude, see, blah 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 is why we.
I only
we're just
know
get-
this because of my childhood
Dan
crush on
Trachtenberg.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Oh.
Harriet the Spy.
Oh, Harriet the Spy.
Ah.
I was going to give you more credit than a teenage crush, than horny young blah blah blah. All right, but we're all down for this movie. This movie's going to be great.
You know-
We're going to interview it.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
so
We're going to not interview it. Excuse me. We're going to review it. What were you saying? Blah blah blah.
This sorry.
Blah, blah,
As
blah.
a massive fan of both these franchises, Alien and Predator, this honestly it kind of looks goofy.
What?
Yeah, I'll say it. I'll lay it down. I'll be the anti-voice here.
So Lance is off the show.
Right. I am
I'm right
really
there-
excited
I'm right there
for it.
lit-
I'm
with you,
gonna
Lance.
watch it.
Bye, Mike.
But his face,
Don't
especially
let
in
him
that
talk.
image that just popped up, and he just had that derp face, like, oh. That's what I see. I see derp face the entire time, and I can't take it seriously.
Because you can't take that species as a lead.
No, I mean, I'm excited to see it as a lead. It just looks silly. I don't see that as your traditional intimidating predator, and I get that's what this is.
Mhm.
But that initial reaction to me was like, okay, I can't go full immersion serious in this because of derp face.
What a shame, because it is by far the better trailer of the two.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so-
100%. I mean,
so-
we're not
it's
comparing
so
it to Mortal
exciting.
Kombat. I'm just comparing it to previous Predator.
And you,
entries.
in the previous Predator entries, how would you order them? First off, what's your hierarchy?
Oh my gosh. Like 1, 2, Prometheus.
Predator
And I-
entry for Prometheus?
Oh, sorry, not.
Wrong franchise.
All right, we're gonna have to move on because I'm in a brain fart.
That's the one where Galactus comes out of
It's
the
Predator,
Right,
Predator
yeah.
2, Predators, and then you've got Prey's in there somewhere, and then Killer of
Yeah,
Killers.
Prey
Those are all
is
your movies.
pretty up there, and
Yeah.
the
I would actually
Predator
put
is
Prey
I would
way
have to say
back.
Praise like number 3 for me.
I'd give it
3?
2. I'd give it 2.
It's a
maybe
2
2.
or 1 for me.
I'd give it 2. No, it's not 1.
No,
One.
the original is definitely
One
one.
is one.
I will
now
fight
Peaches
you.
is off. This is gonna be a lonely show. Now you're all off the show.
Crap, it's just me and Menti now.
All right, let's move on a little bit. Let's because we're all over the place with this. Let's talk about Superman, and I want to give a big spoiler warning first because this is a huge controversial moment in the movie that all of us talked about as something that could easily be fixed in the future, but I think it is the number one pain point for most people who saw Superman. So again, big spoiler warning for anybody who saw this movie. But as you know, the Superman's story for the most part is him believing that it's his destiny because the Kryptonians put him on Earth specifically to be the savior of mankind. And then we find out that Jor-El and his mom gave that video that was damaged, and they really wanted him to take over if need be and to impregnate as many women as possible, which was just a very bizarre take for the House of El. You know what I mean? The hopeful House of El.
Yeah.
So a lot of people had an issue with that, and I do not blame them whatsoever. It is my biggest problem with the movie. And I said in our spoiler review that that's an easy fix. You could fix that with a line of dialogue saying that it was tampered with by the engineer or whatever. Well, James Gunn flat out asked about that and whether or not you could fix that moment. And the question was, the problem is fundamentally that would undo the entire emotional arc of the movie, right? To which he said, that's right. That's the whole point of the movie. That Superman thinks that he's doing something because it is his destiny and his Kryptonian parents have set him out to do this thing. And along the way, he discovers, although he loves his love of the people who are actually his parents, that he's doing these things not because someone else, but because of himself. It's like taking accountability in the deepest way possible, that his morality is not based on some figure outside of himself, but on his own choices. I think it's really beautiful in that way, and I'm not going to change that.
I mean,
You're
Also-
not wrong.
right.
That's-
Props
ooh.
for doubling down.
In
That's
that
a nice- That's a
in
nice
that
word
cartoon, in
Go ahead,
the
Gary.
cartoon Superman, My Adventures with Superman, they're not evil, but they are being they're Brainiac is in charge of them, so he's being evil, being Brainiac. So they've been bad kind of in the past. So it's nothing new that they want to have their people take
it's
over
newer.
worlds.
I mean, Jor-El definitely turned into a villain, and so I mean, he was a villain with the kryptonite eye for a little bit. Remember that?
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like there isn't some standing for this. It's just felt like the one thing I could wave off as my big problem with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wave off anymore.
But see, like I can see that as being a sticking point for him. Like I'm going to be better than what my parents want me to be.
Oh no,
that's more Superman to me.
This is Spider Lad.
Oh,
this is Tom Holland as Spider-Man in Iron Man's world. Iron Man's influence makes beautiful and perfect sense in the MCU, but outside of it is not Spider-Man. And that's kind of how I feel about this. Well, it rounds the story out in a beautiful way. It really, truly does. And it gives Clark somewhat of an emotional arc because he doesn't really have one. It's mostly about how he influences and changes the world. So he needed something. I just hate that it was the sacrifice of the House of El to do it.
I get what you mean. Because it does feel weird when you think about that video being a major influence on him and how he responds to his life on Earth. When originally, and at least for me, comic-wise, I know it to be him being raised by the Kents, which was the major influence in why he is the way he is. Which you can still attribute that to who he becomes in the film. We just don't see it. But
well, no, it's definitely the Kents. I mean, you absolutely see it. I mean, quite literally, the ending shot of the movie is, would you like to see the video of your family? I know it soothes you. And they switch it from the House of El to his parents growing up. So the influence of Ma and Pa Kent are 100% throughout that movie, regardless on the fact they don't have big screen time.
But that's the basis of his humanity.
Right.
That's always been Superman. And that's where you get that argument about absolute Superman, because he didn't have that humanity growing up.
Right.
And why it's so good.
So
It's so good.
It's a nostalgic take on it, but it's, again, you don't have to have his origin to know what's going on in this arc and storyline. So it's not beating a dead horse. It's just you didn't have to do it for this, because most faithful know what the origin and the story is, and even leading up to his lair or his fortress of solitude.
Right.
But as far as that goes, it was a good take with a couple parts that could have been better. Like even the part with Metamorpho when they assassinate his friend.
Oh,
I mean, you didn't really need to go to that, because that was one extreme on somebody that Metamorpho doesn't know. It's just like all of a sudden he's got humanity too. He's been on Earth. He's got a kryptonite hands.
Well, that's why they showed him going back to his girlfriend at the end. That's
right.
I mean, he has been on Earth and he has a family, and he does have compassion from being on Earth. So yes, I do feel like that scene is very not forced, but rushed. Because he definitely has a huge change of heart, and he's still worried about his son. And I feel like the way he was just yelling at Superman and willing to poison him the way he was, that it would have been a little bit more to see that switch. But time's of the essence. They had a movie to tell, and it didn't bother me. At no point did that take me out. At no point did that make me go, But you know what did? Jor-El going, yeah, have a harem. Like, oh, wow. All right, this is a change of pace. What does the H stand for now, or what does the S stand for now?
That's a big S on that chest.
All right, so let's keep this moving, and let's talk about that Vanity Fair article, because there's a lot of little things to talk about here. So I'm going to rattle off some things, and we'll just real quick get everybody's thoughts on it. So first, Secret Wars is going to be somewhat of a reboot. Now, he's calling it a reset, but it is actually official that when Secret Wars ends, not only is it going to be a singular timeline, but they are going to be recasting some key roles, notably Iron Man and Captain America. We will get new actors in those roles as Steve Rogers and Tony Stark.
Interesting.
So, yep, because again, that's supposed to be a singular timeline. So we'll see how that all works, and we'll see how Secret Wars plays a role in that. Then we already said he had a whole big thing about we don't reboot, it's a reset. don't think of it like a reboot, but it's a reboot. All right, then what else do we have? They are doing a slower release schedule, so they don't want to do as many projects, and they do, for as far as shows are concerned, one live action show a year.
Okay.
And they do not want it to have any major tie-ins, and they don't want it to have major crossovers. You might see characters pop up, but things that happen in the movies will not dictate what happens in the TV shows, and they are not going to force themselves to write episodes that deal with the movies.
Are the shows still going to have like a $500 per episode budget?
It's interesting you said that. Everything is getting its budget slashed. Everything across the board. What did they say about budgets? Let's jump ahead a second. Film budgets have been cut by roughly 1/3 compared to 2 years ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Ouch.
Nice.
You know what? I don't think that's a bad thing. And then good old Kevin Feige said that he was looking at movies like The Creator,
Yeah.
which was shot on an iPhone for like nothing.
Or
But
how about
it made
how
a lot
about
of
the
money.
1980s Captain America movie? That's
Don't bring up that movie.
Perfect.
Don't bring up Steve Rogers robbing an old man for his truck
Dude.
by pretending he was sick.
Don't bring the shield. He could put his shield on his motorcycle right
his
on the front of it.
Oh, you mean that one?
Oh,
The
wow.
70s one where it was see-through
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
flying around like one of the first drones.
Like on the reel that we did.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it looked like. That stupid reel. That's exactly to a T. All right, here's another one. Miles Morales is not allowed to be in the MCU until Across the Spider-Verse is complete.
Okay.
So until
Oh,
about
okay.
2027, 2028 is when you'll see Miles Morales in the MCU.
So the movie ends with him coming into the MCU. Got it.
Potentially,
Well,
but they do not want to have him in other universes until then because they don't want people's interest to change over to the MCU, opposed to the excitement that was already built around those
I get
first
it.
Amazing 2 movies.
I get
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Then
they
release
just
the damn
pushed it
movie.
back as far as the next Miles movie. What to?
Yeah.
Was it June 2027 or September
Something like that.
27?
Yeah.
That movie's going to make $1 billion.
But I do think that what that means we'll probably get in the next 3 Spider-Man movies is probably a reference to the Morales in the first movie.
Mhm.
You'll probably get some kind of like you hear his voice outside the hallway or something. Maybe you see it's about Prowler more in the second movie.
Mhm.
And then the third movie, which will come out afterwards, will then be the introduction to Miles. And then we'll get a Miles trilogy. And then you can kind of close the door on Peter for a little bit. Because, Tom Holland said he wanted out 2 years ago. So
Right.
I think you got about another 3 movies out of him, and that's that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm good
And-
with that.
Yeah.
Prowler's still going to be
he's getting too old
Childish
anyway.
Gambino?
We don't know. I mean, I would assume so, but we don't know. And that's just me guessing. I don't really know if any of those things are going to happen. What else did they say? They are doing fewer releases, so not as many movies each year.
Okay.
And they also said, and this I don't believe, but that they always saw Kang was too small of a character to helm a entire phase, and that they were always going to switch to Doctor Doom at the end, regardless on the results of the trial. I do not believe
Shenanigans.
that whatsoever.
Shenanigans.
I-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's BS.
I'm sorry. I'm going to be on the other side of the fence on this one. I kind of believe that because I don't think Kang was that major of a character to.
But
really,
you know who was? Jonathan Majors. And
Yeah. Yes.
they were touting him hard. And
Yeah.
we can't believe what Kevin Feige says all the time. Remember, he also said that Captain Marvel was the most powerful character in all of the MCU, and then like right afterwards, well, no, that's the Scarlet Witch though.
Oh, that was definitely Cap. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think that's the case. But I do like the idea of them rebooting and recasting, but none of these characters that they're talking about necessarily will be the mainstay because they are going to focus on the X-Men moving forward.
Right.
So the
Right.
X-Men and being outsiders and in stories of belonging. So it's going to be X-Men centric moving after Secret Wars, which I think is a good idea.
It
Yeah.
is. It gives all the fans something new, and I'm pretty sure all the X-Men fans, such as myself and others, are going to flood back to the theaters because we're getting X-Men movies that we are going to be proud of. I'll
Well,
say
maybe.
they're going to. Well,
Maybe. And I think you're also ridiculous because there were some great X-Men movies. So why don't you watch your ungrateful mouth there? You were given Logan.
okay, Logan was good. Logan was good.
You're off the show again.
I I liked Logan. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I liked it.
No,
I did.
features is very, very harsh on the X-Men movies, even though they're from a different era, a different time when they had to make it look like the Matrix because people weren't ready for comic book movies, and yet you want to continually trash them for what they weren't capable of doing at the time by holding them to standards of today.
I mean, yes.
And yet he still backs Cyclops.
I mean, I have to give features a couple of them, yes, but not all of them. No,
there were some great ones. There was a lot of trash.
There is a couple good
yeah.
ones, but yes,
1,
there's
2,
some awful
Days of
ones.
Future Past, First Class, and Logan.
And guess what?
Listen.
Cyclops sucks in all of them.
Yeah.
Not true.
Oh, that's actually, he gives that one line, maybe one of the best lines. If you
Yeah.
hurt her, I'll kill you. That line, I was like, ooh, that's the first time I don't want to mess with Cyclops.
Yeah.
But no,
Bob-
outside of that, he sucks.
Bob Loblaw wants to call out James Marsden.
Right.
No, just the character he plays.
But only for the Sonic movies, though. No, I'm just kidding. I love those.
All right, so it looks like that's going all the way up until 2032. That's their plans, moving to 2032. So there's a lot of stuff in the works. We'll see what actually comes to fruition, but that's our MCU update.
It's not bad.
I'm happy about it. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Listen, I don't believe in superhero fatigue, but the fact that they feel the need to cut back, that's great. I feel you need to put something out and let it breathe. Give people a chance to sit with it before you give them more, instead of just keeping flooding the market. That's
a Superman quote. I mean, he said that's what good old Kevy said, that Superman was proof that there is no superhero fatigue. And when you ask James Gunn about superhero fatigue, he says it's not superhero fatigue, it's mediocre movie fatigue.
yeah, well, yeah.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's right.
absolutely.
Another Skybeam, everyone's going to sit at home for that. Because no one forgives anything anymore. No one's excited because it's a new character. No one's excited to see things on the screen. We're used to it by now. So we need a little bit more substance to the spectacle.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
agreed.
back when we were kids, you had to wait. There was no other choice. And then when it came out, it was that excitement building up because you couldn't get at it before, and you were lucky to go see it when it first came out, and it would be sold out for weeks. And then when you finally got it, you had all that excitement, and you're just like, yeah. You don't have that nowadays. So if you stunt the openings, it would definitely bring about more excitement. I would think.
Oh, I don't think you're wrong. I think we're seeing it now with the amount of DC leaks and news and rumors that we're seeing that didn't exist not long ago. There wasn't a lot of people doing what's going on the set of Blue Beetle.
Right.
Now everybody's really intrigued, like all the new Wonder Woman announcement rumors and how big of a body horror Clayface is intended to be, and how they want to handle Batman, and whether or not Reacher might actually be him. There's so much stuff going on with DC right now that it's exciting that there is legitimately the big two in theaters opposed to one struggling of the two. You know?
Yeah.
Reacher would be absolutely awesome as the absolute Batman universe.
Wouldn't
that be
would
awesome?
be Batman. Yes.
Well, especially
It was
after this
interesting
week's.
because this all stems because everybody keeps asking him if he's going to play Batman, and he's in multiple interviews like, you should probably just give it to me at this point. He said you don't have to pay me, but James Gunn in an interview said how much of a fan he is of Alan Ritchson, but that let's just see what happens, he said. So we'll
Isn't
see.
that how Deadpool got made? Ryan Reynolds is just like, I want to be Deadpool. Deadpool.
Kinda. He was dead.
Well,
he got
Blade
cast.
3 was the stepping stone for that, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, but in a different way. He was given a handful of comics about Deadpool and was told to play Deadpool. And then he really wanted to play Deadpool when he found out the Wolverine movie was coming, and then warned them that people were going to be pissed about that. And then they threatened to replace him.
It's true.
So
But he had to do the proposal first. I'm sorry.
Right.
And apparently they're in talks with him every day about how Deadpool is going to fit into the broader MCU. And then when somebody asked about Wolverine, he all Kevin said was till he's 90. All right, let's move over real quick to just talk about Magic the Gathering for just a second, because three of us here are super into it. And the Spider-Man showcase is right around the corner, so we are finally going to see what the set cards look like, not just the bundle, not even a bundle, with that gift box that we got.
Scene, I think it was
Yeah.
called.
And it's cool. It's cool, but like
Yeah, it's
none of it's that exciting. And the fact that there are no pre-made commander decks, this is a weird set for me. I don't know what to do about it.
I don't
Weird
know
for me, too.
what.
You can just
I don't
stay
know
quiet,
what
Mike.
it
That's
is.
fine.
I honestly have no idea what to expect. I seen like the secret layers for the Marvel cards and stuff, like Storm and Captain America and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And like I see, those things, and I'm like, that's cool for like 12 cards. How are you gonna give me an entire 100+ card set of Spider-Man?
Specifically one that they have no interest in you getting a commander deck. I think that they've just realized that when sets come out, people just buy the pre-made commanders and don't move on to anything else. And now they really want to push standard, so they're making everybody go through it. But I don't care enough about standard.
Yeah, every set is standard legal now.
I also don't think that Universe Beyond buyers care about standard as much as commander.
Yeah, that's fair for sure.
Sorry for
most-
anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's the different formats of the game, but most people play a specific one that was fan created.
Yeah.
That Magic acquired the ability to manipulate now, and
Mhm.
we all were very excited for what Commander and Spider-Man would look like, and they said, "Nope, sorry." But this is all I'll say. I
I
want
said learn how to build casuals.
I want a red-blue
Mhm.
spell slinger Spider-Man
Ooh.
Commander. If they give me that, I'll set up another Commander deck for that. But that's what I want.
Well, maybe you'll
Scorching.
find out this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yep.
Hey.
That means they're going to give out another damn awesome counter spell. It's like $700 with Doctor Strange on it.
It's gonna be
Right.
Mysterio.
I think it's Mysterio, it won't make any money. It'll be Uncle Ben. It'll be Uncle Ben.
Oh no.
But it is something that is exciting, and I can't wait to see what more of this set's going to look like. Because while I know Bob Blah is not the biggest fan of Universes Beyond, it is the only reason I still play Magic.
They do some cool things. I'll give them that.
Not some cool things. They do most of the cool things.
You're just talking because you got your cloud deck. That's it. Your Final Fantasy deck. You're fine. All right, now Baby Huey just added this to our
I did.
agenda, and it was a smart move because we all forgot about it because
We
it's a
did.
little forgettable. But we did
is.
get a new announcement from DC Comics about the KO event that's supposed to be following a lot of the absolute stuff coming to an end. So the finality of Darkseid. What he mixed with again?
The Spectre.
Spectre, right? Darkseid
right.
Spectre.
So I watched the video for this,
Mhm.
the announcement. Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder are teaming up for this, and basically they said the heroes, they want to go stop Darkseid, but they need to get enough Omega energy, and they discover the way to get Omega energy is to beat the crap out of each other to become the King Omega KO. That's
Wait,
what
it's
it's
Dragon
called.
Ball Z.
Well, it's to become powerful enough to then be able to fight Darkseid. So one of them has to become the Omega, and it's going to be Superman. And
Well,
when-
they also
Yeah.
this the Superman event.
yes, and
It's
when
going
and
to
as
be Batman.
well, you just didn't
Well,
listen to a word he
after-
said.
After this week, I don't know. This new Absolute Batman was wild.
It was
Oh,
wild,
yeah.
but it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
change the fact that this isn't absolute Superman that we're talking about here. This is standard Superman, and standard Superman is going to have to become more dark side and darker, which he's scared about. So that's the premise of the story: is him
Yeah.
becoming Darkseid, essentially strong enough to then take on Darkseid as the Spectre.
Right.
But it really is it's their version of the Phoenix Force trials that happened not too long ago in Marvel, where they made all the characters fight for who would be the next Phoenix
Yeah.
Force host. I don't care.
Yeah, I just need them to go. "Ah!"
You'll get that.
You know what would be
Yeah.
a good twist is
Wait,
if it
this is
wasn't
the regular
Superman.
Superman you're talking about, right?
This is the big DC crossover event called KO.
From
But
the
it's
Absolute
like
run,
all
or
in.
are you
Well,
talking
it's
about
the
the original
regular.
Superman?
It's
run?
it's the regular universe, but it's from the creation of the Absolute Universe.
Okay.
So
Because,
it's all tied together. How it's going to tie in, we're not quite sure yet. But it is, how the Spectre Darkseid created the Absolute Universe?
Yeah.
Well, this is how his story ends, with the main continuity Superman becoming the King Omega, who's strong enough to then fight Spectre Dark Side. It all sounds convoluted and ridiculous, and I'm not that excited.
That's
I mean,
DC
White
in a
Lantern
nutshell.
Batman.
White Lantern Batman was pretty cool. White Lantern Batman was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an event I need to learn more about. I need to see more of to whether or not I'm actually going to be excited for it. Because to be honest, it's meh. Meh. We've seen it a million times over. It's not. It's like Contest of Champions. It's reason. It's a fighting game it's their next version of Injustice. That's what they're doing. That's all this is. They're gonna come out with DCKO and it's gonna be Injustice 3.
Absolute injustice.
Us here at Comic Universe would love to have those books in stock, and we will.
I think there's actually something to that. I bet you this is. You know what? This really could be a potential for them to continue Injustice without continuing Injustice.
Yeah.
This could be a fighting game in the works with a story tie-in that actually is important, like how Civil War 2 played a big role in that Ultimate Alliance game for Marvel.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You know, if it makes dollars, it makes sense.
Oh, look at you.
Hey.
Wow. All right, let's move over to Comic Universe because we do have some exciting things, and that's the reason why this bright, beautiful, smiley mug is interrupting all of us. So for anybody who doesn't know, we have partnered up with Comic Universe for quite a while now. We have been helping them with their social media. We have been actually, that's probably the big thing we've been doing is helping them with their social media. But we've been doing more things behind the scenes, and we haven't really had a chance to talk to anybody about it. And that's really what Mike's joining us today for, which is the unveiling of... Go ahead, Mike.
ComicUniverseDelco.com.
Yep. Yep.
A website.
And not just a website. Not just a website. It is because it is also a place that you can now manage your pull list. It is also a place that you can now pre-order any cover that you want, including incentive covers. It is now a way to see everything that's in stock, and things can now be shipped to you, so it doesn't have to necessarily be in brick and mortar. So for all those that listen around the United States, hey, there's a new place for you to go to see what's available and what's coming up. And the reason we're talking about this is it's not actually live yet.
Not live.
Spoiler alert, this isn't real. So if you go to all right, bring it down. We're doing a soft launch here on this show. And what we want is everybody to go to ComicUniverseDelco.com, sign up for an account. You only need your email address. Sign up for an account, and if you're interested, make a pull list, play around. This is going to be a way for us to somewhat beta test this website. Play around. Hit buttons, see where it takes you. Give us some feedback. Tell us what you think. Go ahead and scroll through it a little bit, Baby Huey, because you can see we've got home, store, subs, and about at the top. Here we've got on the main homepage, you'll see a lot of the information for events. You'll see things like all the reels that we're doing for Mike. This is a nice intro video. Keep going down. You will then see graphic novels. You'll see the toys. You'll see the shop merch. But the most important area is probably the subs area at the top. So hit subs for me.
Boom.
This is where you're going to go to pull and manage to set up and manage your pull list. So you can then browse by publishers, you can browse by product type, and you can set up anything that you would want to have Mike pull and be ready for you come Wednesday, or ship it out to you a little bit later in the week. That's
so freaking cool.
Yeah, a lot of work went into this, and it's coming out beautifully. But we gotta just make sure we're ready to cross the final home stretch here. So that's why we're getting there. Up to anybody who's listening, head over, sign up, and let's see what happens. Because I don't know if anybody knows how important Comic Universe is to Delco. I mean, this is the oldest comic book store in the area from going back to 1979, right, Mike?
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So Frank Link, the original owner, started in 1979, and when he retired in 2018, the second owner, John Daly, took over, and he was able to sell to me in September of 2023. Since then, I have truly made Comic Universe my own, and it really has not been... I couldn't do any of this without you guys, honestly. I mean, not you, Baby
come
Huey,
on,
but
man.
you, you guys have
Definitely
really have made me forever grateful for all the stuff that you have done for this store and for me. So I have
and
to
not
say
only-
thank you from the bottom of my heart. And hey, look, there's Joe.
Well, and I also want to just make sure that thanks goes back at you, because somebody had to pick up the reins. Somebody had to take on the very scary potential future that comes with owning a comic book store in 2025.
Yeah.
So
it's scary.
I believe you me. You and I have been working together now for a while on this, and what I want to make sure that everybody understands is the reason that we care so much about Comic Universe is that we've never actually had a shop quite like it.
Yeah.
And I think Huey and Features can attest, it's a very different experience to any comic shop we've ever gone to, because it very much is our version of Cheers.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It is a unique experience, and that's why I was so adamant about getting the site up and kind of bringing that experience to reach as many people as possible, because the way they handle things has such a personal touch that I don't see myself going anywhere in the future, and I travel out of my way to make sure I buy from Mike.
Like I stopped going to my old comic book shop just because of you, like how you are, how you treat the customers. You know, I stopped and I only go to you now.
Thanks. No, I appreciate it. It's fun to come in and relax. Like, this is the man cave, the place where you go to get away, the nerd cave. You know, you got free video games, you have, sales. I always have at least a bottle of water for you, if not some other stuff. Just kidding.
But what's interesting is the people who show up. Because again, look, I'm not saying that's all from most comic shops, because I don't know. But for Bob Blah Blah, I'm sure he has completely different experiences out there in Kansas. But I know with all our local stores, it's like walking into a library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no connection to anything. And in some of our shops, it feels like we're annoying people by even asking or even just being wrung out. Where the moment I walk into Comic Universe, it's, it's like a hero's welcome. Like I just entered Valhalla.
buddy.
Yeah, I knew you'd come back.
But it's not just me. It's pretty much everybody who walks in. What I find funny is when we're filming our videos and then we just have to stop everything because you hear ding, and we're like, "Hi, welcome to Comic Universe."
Want to be in a video?
You want to be in a video? So the shop means a lot to us, and it means a lot to our community. It means a lot to people who are around us, and we've put in a lot of hard work to try and make this a very special location for people to come to. And we have other ideas and things that we want to do in the future and kind of broaden it and expand it. But I will say that the fruits of Mike's hard labor seems to be paying off, because the Delco Times have nominated him for Best of Delco when it comes to comic book stores, and that's phenomenal. I mean,
Hell yeah.
I mean, we've really just been at this for like what, a year,
Yeah.
We met last July.
and we're double in numbers, and we're being recognized. I mean, it's so. Mike's on the show specifically because we need everyone to go vote. I don't know how long is it open for, Mike. Do you know?
Honestly, I don't know, but you can vote once a day.
Oh, you can.
Oh,
I thought.
really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can
I only
vote more
voted
than
once.
Yeah, you can keep going on once a day, and
Say less.
They always want you to vote for at least 3.
Well, it's Delco Times. It's DelcoTimes.com, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
I think Baby Huey's pulling
I
it up.
got it right here.
Baby Huey's pulling it up.
You got the link, or if you go to Comic Universe Delco on Instagram, it's in my bio page. The link takes you right
perfect.
to it.
And then make sure you're following and subscribe if you want to see our shenanigans. I'm sure you've seen it on our page as well, but the support is great.
So
There's
12. There's 12 subsections. The easiest way to get to comic books is you scroll all the way down, and then you come up about a quarter of the way, and that's where the comic book section is to vote.
Don't worry about finding it. It's Baby Huey. It's in there. There's specifically a comic book one in there. Now you see at the bottom there where it says you need to make at least 3 selections.
Right here, yeah.
You have to vote for 3 different things. You can't submit your vote unless you vote for 3 things. So I personally wrote in some other shops that I like. But the goal here is to make sure we hit Comic Universe in the comic book section. And then if you're local, anything that's in the area that excites you, go ahead and throw that in there as well. I'm sure they'll be appreciative. But we are trying to win Best of Delco so we can have our first badge put on the site for when it launches. So not only do we want you guys to help us out, make sure we win this awesome badge to really add some more validity to the website, but we also need you to help beta test to make sure that the site is working the way that we want it to. So set up a pull list, right? If you're overseas and you want to get some stuff, or not overseas, if you're in another state and you want to get some stuff shipped to you, we have that option as well. And for anybody that's local, we can do local pickup. So you can set up your pull list. Mike will have it set aside for you and then just show up on Wednesday and it'll be ready to go. So the fact that you can now control it and there's no more those damn tiny slips of paper, I cannot tell you how excited I am for that.
They'll go away eventually, but
dude, I just found out that his catalog, his card section is older than some of us.
oh yeah,
Wow.
there's some cards that have been in there since the 80s.
Yeah,
just
crazy.
Just like Joe. Joe's been in that thing since the 80s as well.
That's an employee at the store for anybody who doesn't know what he's referring to.
Merlin the Magician.
Oh yeah, you saw him as Batman if you go to his reels. But yeah, again, make sure delcotimes.com, vote for once a day. That's awesome. And then make sure you head over to comicuniversedelco.com and beta test the website. Here's the key, because the website is not active. So you do need a password to get into this website. So this is kind of an exclusive for anybody who listens to this friggin' show. Universe 2025, capital U. Once again, that password is Universe 2025 with a capital U. That's how you're going to get into the actual website and then bounce around. It's live technically behind that password wall. So once you get in, play around, do what you got to do, set yourself up some fun stuff, and be a part of this growing community. And how awesome would it be if we can make it something bigger than Delco itself?
The coolest thing is I do see your pre-orders. So if you're messing around and you actually do order something, I have to approve it. And there's ways to communicate on the website as well if you want something or you made a mistake. It's really easy to manage and maneuver around.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty exciting. And let's help us get there. I really, really want to put this badge on the website. I can't stress to you how much I want to put this badge on the website. All right, let's move over into comics because that's what I want to spend the most of our time on. And we're down to like 10 minutes. I read like 35 books this week. So
You can do
first
it.
off, well, I'm gonna rattle through mine, and then we're gonna see if anybody actually wants to take this further, and then I really want to hear from blah blah blah, because
Blah, blah, blah.
Lance read the rest of the books that I have sadly dropped, not because they're bad, but because I just can't keep up with them. There's just too many books going on at the same time. So I have them, but I haven't been reading them. So let's start off first off with the absolutes. Absolute Batman 10.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Man,
So good.
What a badass book.
I said what the F 4 times throughout that book. And then I read it again.
can I say just I am in love with this version of Bane. It's the craziest version of Bane I've ever
he's
seen.
so creepy.
Yeah,
The way he treat, like he eggs him on, like he's so proud of him for trying.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's
"Don't
I
give
knew
up."
You could do it.
Yeah, you can do this as he's breaking more bones.
Right. One more time. You got this. Come on, like we can
But I
do
will
it.
say this is a tormented Bruce.
Yes.
This is wild.
This is a different kind of Bruce that we're dealing with here.
No, all right.
All 6'10",
Transformation.
415 pounds of them.
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
even I think what's even cooler about this version of Batman, this absolute Batman, is it's showing you how resourceful he would be even without the cash. Like there's
Right.
one part in the book where he goes bare bones, pulls his own teeth out and uses them for brass knuckles, and then beats the
that's-
brakes off of people. Like, come on.
It's
Like-
fantastic.
And
Dude, can we just hold up this one?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Killer
So
Croc.
he just is like, hey, what's up, Croc? I'm gonna ride you. We're gonna
Right.
team up and do this.
Well, but that's what I love about how the way they've set up his rogues gallery being his friends.
Yeah.
Like there
Yeah.
are going to be these camaraderie moments that are eventually, I'm sure, will sour and turn into the villains they naturally are.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Or a version
relocating
because
his
he ends up
feeding tube.
using. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As it relocating his feeding tube destroys his stomach acid.
Oh, and he
yeah.
sprays
Oh,
him
that's
with the-
fantastic.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah.
That was what the F number 2.
Yeah, that's what the end. When he's spraying him with a straw full of stomach acid. That's where we're at in this book.
Yeah, the
What were you gonna
teeth
say?
and the knuckles was the what the F number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
God.
did you guys caught there was the kind of like subtle hints at certain I don't know, villains, or if we're going to see them.
Yeah,
Like
everybody was in this book.
Yeah, he's walking through the one part and he's like, oh, he's in the Isley section of the whatever they're at. But it's plants.
Arc M.
It's plant life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, instantly I'm like, oh wait, are we going to get Poison Ivy in an absolute
Mhm.
universe? That would be crazy. Like I want to see all.
Well, you're
these
going to
things
get
now.
everybody, I would assume. I don't think there's any way that Marvel or DC stops the Ultimate line or the Absolute line. I think we will get some big cataclysmic end that they originally had planned, but then they're going to immediately turn heel and bring it back because it's just way too popular.
Yeah.
There's no way they end this cash cow.
Yeah.
I have
The
all
hands-
the absolutes and ultimates are competing with the original Batman, Detective, and Amazing
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Mans. So
Well, as far as
there's
numbers, is what you
oh
say,
yeah,
as far as sales?
they are right there. So
So there's no way they
keep
can-
up the great
Yeah.
storylines. And
Yeah.
also, like the villains that are his friends, like to manipulate and see them turn into the villains would be a great arc
Yeah.
too, which is not something you see all the time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's too much potential for them to just kneecap these books too early because they're like, well, KO's coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Like, I hope
seem
no one was like, oh, damn. Really? I have to end this?
Right.
the Krakoa era.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Mhm.
Oh God.
Well, they should have ended it. See, that's one of the times that they should have ended it. Remember they
Yeah.
when Kirkman said it's time to end, they should have ended it.
I'm just
So-
wondering
so-
what. Go ahead, Lance.
The hands that were coming up and holding him in front of Bane, was that Clayface?
Yes, that's what I assume
Okay.
too. That's what I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what do they call that section? The
I don't even remember.
I think they were the problematic. Hold on.
No,
It
but
was
it's
the
okay.
placidities or something like that.
But it's definitely alluding to Clayface or even
Yeah.
So there's
Tran-
no way.
it says transmutate and plastic something, and it cuts off the screen there.
All right, well let's keep it
But,
moving. What do
hold
we
on.
think? Oh, go ahead.
I just want to know, what do you think they did to Bruce? Do you think it's some sort of modifications to him? Because
Oh, yeah.
all the stuff they did, look, it literally looks like a bat on his back.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's got
you know what? I
implant.
didn't peep that before. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if they spliced some bat DNA or something into him. Because
Potentially.
what
Man-Bat?
this place is maybe he might be the absolute Man-Bat.
Ooh, that would be an interesting way to do Man-Bat.
That's what I was kind
Ooh.
of thinking.
That's a
That'd be
cool-
cool because especially the way his cape is, because he's
Yeah.
got talon like.
Yeah.
Well, it also makes sense with Killer Croc
Yup. Bat
with,
by
with
night.
how they're handling Killer Croc. So yeah, you could pull that off.
Mhm.
All right. Well, what did we think of Absolute Flash? Did anyone read Absolute Flash this week? Or is
I
everyone
read it.
giving up on that?
Nope.
I
not really.
read it and
I
I'm
read it.
giving up on it.
Why? It's
'Cause,
really good. It's just it's just short and sweet.
I'm just not. I'm not interested in. The only problem is, from my point of view, is I was never a Flash heavy Flash fan, so it doesn't keep
I'm
me
a
interested.
Flash
Just
fan.
like the Absolute Green Lantern, it's not keeping my interest either.
Oh,
Really?
I love Green Lantern.
Absolute Green Lantern is better than Absolute Flash.
But Absolute
Yes.
Martian Manhunter, on the other hand, that's keeping my
Yeah.
interest.
I dropped that. Not
What?
not intentionally. I just didn't read the last one.
Oh, you like
The last one
You're just like
has
Thor.
the last one for this week coming up is I've already read it, so it's good.
You sneak.
I know, right? I love that. He's in the comments. Oh, I read it already, but
No
you got
spoilers.
Yeah, I couldn't
The Flash-
spoil.
Let's stop talking about books that we haven't seen yet. Let's talk about the ones that we did, because I have 13 of these things to get through. So Absolute Flash is not bad, but it is way too slow.
Yeah.
Way
It
too
is. I
slow,
mean,
and I hate his costume.
What's the lava guy is him in the future or something like that, isn't it?
No,
No,
it's
no,
it's
it's
Heat Wave.
It's their version of Heat.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
all right.
The interesting thing about that is like, what did he do? Like now I'm starting to question like, are his powers just speed, or is he also absorb like energy? Because it was kind of weird what happened between him and Heatwave, and I didn't know how to explain it, or if they
Seems like-
explained it at all.
It seems
didn't-
like he
that's the problem.
absorbs something, and if he doesn't run or something, he explodes.
It kind of feels like a much more structured version of the Moon Knight run where they were bouncing between storylines and it was hard to understand how they all connected and where they were going. Remember when it was like he was a fighter pilot and then he was in space and then he was like, and every couple of pages it would turn into this other book. And the problem with this is that Wally keeps bouncing around so much that you never get a firm idea on what's happening besides he's being chased by his rogues gallery in this world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot going on. There's too many mysteries and they're drawing it out to a point where they're making the mystery less interesting. Where Green Lantern, on the other hand, is building that mystery up more and more, and I'm more intrigued on where it's going than I am with Flash.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I'm more of a Flash fan than a Green Lantern fan.
Yeah, and it's Wally.
I'm equal. Yeah, but Green Lantern is miles above Flash. I just don't like the writing. Like I just don't. It doesn't feel fun to read. That's just me.
All right, well,
that's a fair critique.
let's go into one that I thought was going to be a bigger deal, and then it really wasn't because once the cat's out of the bag, it's just not as interesting. Which is
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
the White Black Panther.
Yeah.
Bleach Panther.
White Black Panther.
Beige Panther.
He's white.
Bleach Panther. Bleach
Bleach
Panther
Panther.
is it's all this book does is confirm that Bleach Panther is the Black Panther, and we get to see how that fight ends. We learn,
And he's adopted.
yeah, we learn a little, we learn a little bit about how the politics of Vibranium, or excuse me, of Wakanda works in this version, as well as this new version of Vibranium. But I don't care. I wish I did. It did not do much for me, and I don't know if I'm going to pick it up once the wow factor of Bleach Panther wears off. It's just kind of meh.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not the
They
greatest
jumped
thing
the
I
shark.
read. No,
Nah.
they might be able to pick it back up. It just felt like the issue didn't feel as necessary, and then, that's not to say much because it's an issue 2, and it's doing a lot of the story's legwork
Yeah.
to get everything in the right places to tell what the actual story is. But as of right now, I don't know if I care about what the actual story is.
Right. Like Bleach Panther was a great hook, but now it's like, what you got?
Well,
What
now
else?
it's what is Wakanda like with Bleach Panther at the helm? And that's that's really what the story is. And so it's not bad, but just not great. Another not bad, just not great is Death of Silver Surfer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not bad. It's definitely not bad, but I don't care about Scar, first off.
Yeah.
And I don't care about this task force to fight aliens.
Yeah.
It
It's
just
go ahead.
it feels weird that there's two different Scar-centric stories going on at the same time. Different comic books.
Well, it's because he's an alien. And nobody would care.
Right.
The first issue got my attention, but the second one is definitely. I can't make fun of it. Honestly, it's not bad, but the writing is not as good as the first issue.
Well, it's because it's
So,
focusing on a
I'm
character.
iffy on whether I want to read number 3. You know what I mean?
Because
Yeah.
nobody cares about the character. Now, number 3 might be about Galactus.
Yes.
Galactus and
Yeah.
Silver Surfer are the main 2, but I don't care about the protagonist or the antagonist they keep showing. The
What's her name?
like she's talking to her mom as she's shooting the one alien kid, and it's just like, I don't care about any of this. It's just you're despicable, and I know you're going to try and make me like you eventually, but like just stick to Norrin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me more of what's going on with Norrin. Because
Rad.
he's supposed to be dying, and I'm not getting any of that.
Actually, as far as the ending of number 2, the last frame was good. So
Potentially, it could be.
obviously, something's going to happen with Galactus.
Well, that's I think
Because whatever happens, it looks like it restarts his heart.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
yeah.
woke him up, and I love that he sacrificed the two other scientists. Where he's like, just get a little closer. As he's hiding behind the rock, just move up a little bit.
That part was good.
Yeah.
I did like that one.
One of the best books this week, and one of the best books in general right now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh.
Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles is just been so good the way that they're handling the trial of the turtles. Because that's essentially what's going on is they've all been now arrested by the foot that is mostly like the police at this point. And it's them in being what's the word? They're being
Set up.
Set up. That's the word. That's the word. It is a little bizarre, but at the same time, because of the world that they've established, it's like that photo of Guy Gardner eating cereal. It's just such an established world that it doesn't feel weird when you read the book when they're all just sitting at the in the courtroom.
Yeah,
because you're used to them being in the shadows, so it's a little bizarre. But but the way they have the story going, and I'm big spoiler alert because this is exciting. The final page. Of April O'Neil becoming the new Casey Jones for a little bit, as well as her connection to the rats and the rat. I don't know if I'm not going to say Rat King, but the rats of New York City is really interesting, and it's made April way more intriguing of a character as far as her being in the fight. I normally were like, all right, April, sit this one out. But now, all right, if you come up with an army of rats, I'm into it. I'm intrigued. All right, the best writing of the week, some of the best writing of the week, Battle Beast.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Battle Beast is just continuing its streak on being one of the better books that are coming out. I love the Worm character, who I was kind of iffy about. I love him coming back to his home world and him not knowing how to handle being disappointed in how his world is, and not trying to disappoint Battle Beast, who will eat him if it doesn't go well for him. And I love the dynamic between them and the ship. I think the ship trying to kill them and them just coming to terms with the fact, like, no, I'm going to get you killed. I'm going to do my best to get you killed.
It's the right amount of comedy and gore with the fantastic art to really, it's a page turner. And then now I can't wait for number 4.
Yes. So much. And especially the last panel of him just smiling as the planet's trying to kill him, essentially. It looks like it almost looks like After Earth. It looks like he landed on After Earth.
Yeah, he's like, finally.
Terrible movie. All right, I'm trying to just speed through a lot of these. Here's a real quick one that no one else read but me, but I've got it on the mind. I picked up Crypto number 2.
Why?
And it's because it's awesome. I
definitely did not read that.
Well,
it's a cool origin. Origin.
It's definitely a new story, and it's having Lex be his owner for a little bit was interesting as how Lex was growing up. Like how Lex saw having a dog, and that the dog needed to earn respect and earn his meals, and the way that it was like he was oddly loving in the worst way possible.
Yeah, he's a terrible dog dad.
Yes, awful. But still somewhat of a fun read. Ultimate Black Panther was still pretty good.
Yes,
was it?
It's just
it's good. Is it taking too long to get to the point? That's what's wrong with it.
Well, yes, it was good because of this, and again, spoiler alert, but it was good because of this scene right here.
Yep.
Finally getting us some T'Challa and Aurora. Like I loved getting Storm when she goes, I'm not loyal to so and so, and then I'm not loyal to Eric, and I went, ooh,
yeah.
oh.
Whole time she's rubbing on his chest like, you're not in Wakanda right now either.
Yeah,
you know either. I was like,
wow, this is
and it's raining.
And she made it rain.
Yeah. She's
Oh gosh.
Let me set the tone real quick.
That was her decision.
I'm gonna keep quiet on that one.
Please do. This one, Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe.
Oh, you read it?
All the Godzilla books have been trash. All the Marvel Godzilla books have been trash. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, really?
I truly enjoyed this because it feels like Justice League versus Kong versus Godzilla. It's tongue in cheek. It knows what it is, but it very much is an actual story that is planned out a little bit more than let's just give Godzilla a power. Like, dude, Godzilla. So the mole man is doing some stuff and he wakes up Godzilla and you're like, oh no, Godzilla's coming. And then all of a sudden you're like,
holy moly.
It's going to burst through the earth. And then a celestial starts coming out of the earth.
What?
Right. So a baby celestial starts coming out of the earth like 1,000,000 years too early.
He's
and
a
then
baby.
Godzilla comes up behind him and just tears his head off. Godzilla tears off the head of a celestial.
Hey,
yo.
And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh,
That's
my God.
amazing. And not only was that amazing,
He
there
was
was
smiling the whole time too.
Yes. Well, there's a great moment where Cap tries to have this like heart to heart with him. Like, remember how they did that in the What If?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where Cap tries to have this moment, and it's really, really cool the way they do it. But Godzilla's not hearing him out.
Did he
But
eat Cap?
No, he tries to hit him with the atomic breath. But I want you to notice what Cap's shield is capable of doing.
Get the
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Cap's shield was able to reflect the atomic breath of Godzilla and puncture a hole in him. And as he starts coming back together, a few people die. I'm not going to say who.
Okay.
But it ends with them needing the street level heroes of New York. So that's what issue 2 is going to be. The street level heroes now having to step up because some bad stuff happened to some of the other Avengers. And again, that's what you need in a Godzilla book. That's why this one's awesome and the rest have sucked.
And then you two and Kiss come together and form a band.
All right, well, let's keep the crossovers going. Predator versus Spider-Man.
Absolutely awesome. I liked it.
Craven does something.
Listen, for the little bit of time that he has in the series, it's perfect. They wrote it so well, and I'm not even mad about the end. I thought
the end was great.
Usually they trying to drop the ball, but woo, man,
Yeah, but
I love.
They ET'd it. They
did.
ET'd it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You ready to go home? Craven, go home.
Craven, go home. You know what I also loved? Because I kept having an issue with this book because while I understand Predator versus Black Panther to a degree, and I understand Predator versus Alien, I don't understand Predator versus Spider-Man because Spider-Man, for the most part, can outmaneuver the Predator any chance he gets.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
but
like
he wasn't really
Predator.
even fighting him. I'm sorry. It was Craven really fighting the
main Skinner one. Yes.
the Skinner.
But then we
But he was
see-
fighting the party that was trying to get him.
Right.
Yeah.
And giving him work. Like they didn't do much to Spider-Man, and that I like seeing. I was like, all right, they don't actually go toe to toe with everybody, which is interesting because the next book coming out is the Predator kills the Marvel Universe. So
Kinda
it'll be
nice.
interesting to see how they pull that off. Here's the cover art for that.
You know,
Hell yeah.
That's
I think
cool.
I'll read that, but I won't believe
Nice little-
any of it.
Frazetta homage.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm very into it. I love the way the story ended. I thought so far Wolverine still is the best Predator crossover. Spider-Man is a close number 2, and Black Panther is as far of a third as you could possibly get. All right, before I get into the Cyclops Sucks book, I have to mention this one. G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe number 9, so good. Really love the Baroness story. Really love CoverGirl, who's becoming one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
Really
Okay.
loving CoverGirl.
You're liking CoverGirl.
She was cool. I mean, dude, that final panel or the
Yes.
final splash page, CoverGirl's no joke. I
No.
I don't know a lot of these people, nor do I care about a lot of these villains.
What was the other one? Major Blood?
Pain in my
Major
head.
Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Badass.
I did. And I love the star scream.
There you go.
Starscream,
You're
yes.
Yes, I almost said Starstream again. But I love the painting on the wall and how they tied it back into the Transformers books, even though that dude did not make it past a page.
And then they had Hound
What, the
page
Energon?
before that.
Yeah, and I like that. And I cannot wait for Duke to find out that there is literally a Transformer in their ranks. I think he's going to lose his mind, and I'm very excited for that issue. But yeah, G.I. Joe is still a top book for me. G.I. Joe, and I have no history with G.I. Joe.
Wait until they
Great.
find out it's ballpoint.
I don't even know what you
I
just said.
kind
I
of
forget
want
the
Worst,
book.
the worst spot.
Oh,
Ballpoint
that
is
one.
the worst
I like
spot
that.
ever.
Great comic book day.
I read that on
guy.
Free Comic Book Day. That was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. And then
There was a
I
Saves
graphic
them
novel
all.
coming out for that. Did that
well,
come out yet?
it exists.
Is
It's
it
a
really?
kid's book, so it's a tiny.
It was a
one.
trade.
There's a trade as well.
It was-
that came
yeah,
out, right?
They only did a trade on that. It's not going to be an ongoing.
Right.
All right, here's my hot take for the show. I don't think I'm an X-Men fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I am. I think I like some of the X-Men characters a lot, but so far, the last bunch of attempts on rebooting the X-Men, besides the beginning of Krakoa, have all fallen flat, and I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think
Yeah.
back to myself as a kid, even watching the animated series, I really liked the first couple seasons, and then all of a sudden it gets too spacey and it gets too out there, and I just lose interest. When it
Did you like Evolution?
No. X-Men
Yeah, that
Blue,
makes sense.
X-Men Gold, X-Men Red, I don't.
Yeah.
It's too much and it's too overdone. And reading this book, just this new X-Men Age of Revelations, just made me remember all of the times I was like, yeah, I don't like this.
I mean, you know me. Apocalypse is my favorite X-Men villain. Not
No,
Sinister.
it's Sinister.
It's not Sinister.
We have recordings.
Yes, where I'm admitting
Lies.
openly that it's Apocalypse. Look, anyway, Age of Revelation, I think it's unique because it's not Apocalypse, it's his heir that it was chosen, and even more so that it's funny that Revelation's power is quote unquote the voice of God. So what he says goes in a sense. It's almost like having Preacher in the Marvel universe telling everybody, I run this now. You're all going to submit. I think that's cool. Now, I will say what I don't like about it is that
The rest of it? No, that wasn't what you were going to say?
No, Cyclops was fire.
Oh, no, he's not.
Was he on fire?
You know what? We'll talk about this, but I want to say, like, having to
Outside of the show where you're supposed to talk about it?
No, I'm going to get to it. But I'm saying, like, having to fish back through parts of Krakoa just in the various storylines right at the tail end of that is annoying. I will say that because I think at that point, that's what, and even I said there are too many X-Men books happening right now, and they need to stop.
Yeah, and
Well,
a lot of
they
them
are. They're stopping all of them. They're rebooting all the X.
Yeah, and it's for this stupid book that's a line-wide event. Like it's got Amazing X-Men, Unbreakable X-Men, Binary, Cloak and Dagger, Longshot, Omega Kid, Sinister Six, Undeadpool, which is probably the only one I'll read, Iron Frost, Laura Kinney Sabretooth sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah.
The Last
Iron
Wolverine,
Frost. There's Beefus.
Radioactive Spider-Man, Rogue Storm, X-Vengers, and the Book of Revelation. I don't care about not a one of them, besides potentially Undeadpool because I liked the Deadpool zombie books.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be $6.99.
You can put all those on my pool list, Mike, or I'll do it on the website. So
Yeah,
Gladly, buddy. Just go to comicuniversedelco.com.
Boom.
Put
Do
in
all
your
the work
email.
for me, and then I'll put the books away.
It's surprisingly easy.
The only cool thing is this Wolverine.
yes,
That's
Yeah,
it.
that is pretty cool.
I'm curious whether or not that's a mask or that's his actual face. That would be cool.
Should be
Find
his
out.
face. It's adamantium.
dumb, that's what it is.
Skull.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it turns out to be great. This is an issue 0, so remember that. It's a setup for how the story's supposed to go. So maybe issue 1 knocks it out of the park. But issue 0 did not have me excited. I don't care about the new team that they have. I don't care about pretty much anything X-Men related after Krakoa, even though I tried. Juggernaut was the best thing that's happened to X-Men in a long time.
Juggernauts.
Yeah,
And not
Juggernaut.
and not his individual stories or whatever hell happened with Spider-Man.
Juggernaut.
Just him being part of the team has been really dope.
Yeah,
It
I like
has.
the evolution of Juggernaut on the team. I really like that a lot. But past that, I don't care. All right, so I've dropped several books, and I'm now excited to hear how they're going. Specifically, I want to start with Bob Blah Blah and
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Eddie Brock Carnage.
Eddie
Ooh.
Brock Carnage this week was incredible. I mean, every issue of this book has been awesome, but this one is like on this new Absolute Batman issues level of awesome.
Whoa!
Like we get
Wow.
Muse. Muse is hanging out, you know. He's
Oh, that's cool.
doing actual Muse things, which is nice.
A Muse Carnage would be
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Carnage is basically telling Eddie, "Hey, you gotta kill. Like this is how we live. Like I don't think you're comprehending how important killing someone is to our process here." And at the end, he just drops. He's out in blue and gray and weird, and you see Carnage just kind of like feed me, but Muse is struggling, trying to find his muse, essentially the inspiration, and he can't figure it out. And then he punches a hole through his canvas, and then lines that up over another canvas, and it zooms out, and it's Eddie Brock on the underneath with Carnage on the overlap. And it's a cool shot. I wish I had the book nearby to show you.
I love
Yeah,
the
that's
idea of Carnage and Muse together.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's.
love that.
I'm so
Oh.
hyped.
that's exciting, actually.
Because
Yeah.
you know Eddie's going to turn into you know because you get that's the only person I think you could remove Cletus for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to have Cletus take a backseat for a little while, Carnage on Muse is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A really cool way to bring Venom back to its roots and make him interesting again.
Ooh.
And like Carnage and Eddie Brock are having this conversation, and Eddie's just like, "So what's up with us?" And Carnage is like, "To be honest, I freaking hate you, dude." He's like, "You're kind of a bitch."
I don't like you like
But,
the computer
yeah.
doesn't like the Battle Beast.
Very good, very good book.
All right,
I
now-
will.
I have a question for you about Muse in this book, because the last time I seen him was in the Elektra Daredevil series, and he was more of like a demon in a sense. Is he still
This
kind of
feels-
supernatural?
This feels more human.
Okay.
This definitely feels more human because he's got a canvas and he's like, hey, I lost all my tools. I'm here to grab art supplies from this art supply shop, and then you see the owner hanging upside down. He's like, I got my supplies.
As you would expect, as one would. All right,
Yeah.
tell me what's going on with Imperial, because I'm so upset that I'm not reading that book.
Imperial is a Hickman book.
Yes.
Oh,
It is.
Oh, the gods.
Yes. So there's so much going on in issue 2. So much. A lot of scroll stuff going on. It feels like Order 66 in this book. A lot of people are just dying. Straight up.
That's interesting.
Wakanda, free Wakanda, they got framed. They did not get the drugs from Wakanda. Well, maybe they did, but
We don't know yet. All we know is that vibranium is turning terrible everywhere in every book that has something to do with
Yep.
Black Panther. So I would not surprise me of a vibranium drug.
But the leaders are getting dead, and it's the scrolls so far. But we got the Overwatchers. It's Loki for sure, and Games Master maybe, which is weird. But yes, Imperial, freaking sweet. If you can keep up with it, it is a lot going on. It's awesome. It's Hickman, you know.
Well, Mike, I need to know from you, what was the best book you read this week?
Oh, hands down, absolute Batman.
Oh no,
Yeah.
what I meant. Let me change that. What was the best book you read this week for those who are listening on Wednesday when new books come out?
Oh, this week? Oh, well, let me tell you. Very, very, very much enjoying Absolute Martian Manhunter. I have read that.
Yes.
I also have read the Hush 2, the one
Ooh.
Batman 161.
I don't like that you didn't say anything after that. I don't like that you turned
That
that
is
away.
a book.
He's
it
like,
has
it's
pages.
on the shelf.
There is a lot to read. One of the ones I have. What else is up here? Like there's so
Well, it's a
much.
good week.
I can't even remember what
Yeah.
I did read.
It's a good week. It was Absolute Wonder Woman's this week. We have
Mhm.
Amazing Spider-Man this week.
We have
There's
Amazing Spider-Man, Batman, Hush. We
History of the
have
DC Universe.
Green
2.
Lantern's a big issue. Emma Frost, the White Queen, is actually not a bad story. Gwenpool, I've actually been enjoying. Hornsby and Halo from Image.
Yes. Yes, I love
Um,
Hornsby and Halo.
The Rockefellers as well. That's been good.
I fell off Rockefellers.
I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but there's a book from Image called The Seasons. That's been really good. Number 6 is coming out.
Department of Truth.
Superman.
Department of Truth.
Superman is a big deal this week. Uncanny X-Men's coming out. Wolverine number 11.
Is that the last Department of Truth coming out? That the
not-
final?
I'm not sure. It
No,
might
there's
be.
another one.
Okay.
Ooh, Huck's out this week. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Huck. Yes, I have yet to
couple more.
read it. I have so much to read. I have about 20 books.
I love Huck.
But
Biker
I'm-
Mice. Ooh, Biker Mice.
I actually
this
need to
week,
go
too.
back to last week and read Eddie Brock because that was one on my list that I haven't gotten to
Yeah.
yet.
Ha ha.
If,
Scott
if that's almost as good as Absolute Batman, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, you'll be hitting me up like you were right.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Well, also
he's gonna respond. Where's my magic mind?
Right?
Bob Blablaw. What do you
Yeah.
feel about Beneath the Trees, The Rite of Spring? Have you read that?
So I haven't read it yet. I love the original. I've heard good things about the new version.
Absolutely
the new blood, if you
fantastic.
will.
Yes.
So good.
The Rite of Spring
Yeah.
is so good. I've been advertising the trade for the original Beneath the Trees so much that Patrick Horvath started following Comic Universe Delco on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
And I even messaged, and I was just like, "Oh man, you have to come to Comic Universe when you're in Philly."
Yo,
So hopefully
Mike-
we can get him here.
100% has a crush. no question.
Yeah.
You get butterflies in your stomach when you bring his name up. This is
It's
your guy.
fantastic writing. It's just so good.
It is
so
and
good.
It is so
And
good.
the art is fun to go with it.
Well,
The
it's
next
juxtaposition
one-
of the gore with the kid style of the watercolor.
Yeah.
It's beautifully
Mhm.
done.
It's fantastic.
Murderous
It,
Dexter Bear.
it
Murderous
picks up
Dexter
right where
and
it left
with-
off too.
With Resurrection being surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time for a Dexter Bear.
Oh yeah, we just started watching the new Dexter.
Yeah, both
We just-
episodes, all 3 episodes have been very good. I'm
I'm
enjoying
enjoying it.
Harrison's story way more than the New Blood.
Yes, I have to agree on that. It's more interesting and it keeps your attention.
And we got Sunny, so
Yeah.
that's all that really matters.
Hey.
And we got It's Always Sunny. All right, anybody got any last minute books? Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Batman
Nope.
Robin Year One.
Oh,
Oh, that's another one. That's
Oh,
another
Yeah,
one.
the new
I won't
Avengers
say
number
much
2
about
is
it
actually not
because
too
of
bad.
All right, well, so I'm guessing Batman Robin is awesome because they've all.
Yes, it is.
It's great. This one is feelsy. It deals with grief.
I gotta catch
Yes,
up.
it does.
I have to catch up. I have to catch up. All right, and what'd you say? West Coast Avengers? Is that what you just said?
No, the new Avengers number 2.
Oh, I didn't read that one yet either. Although I had that, I intended on reading that. There was just last week was such a good week. There were
Yeah.
so many books last week.
Yeah.
All right, what about Giant Size House of M? Good.
It sucks.
I didn't
Sucks,
read it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible writing.
yeah. They're just shoving Miss Marvel through different phases of the X.
They want you to connect her to the X-Men.
Yeah.
That's my favorite story in comics is House of M, and I picked it up. I didn't read the first 3 other giant size that go with this story.
Yeah,
I
you-
won't be
Not missing nothing.
reading.
Don't worry about it.
I like her as an X-Men, but I do not like this approach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unnecessary, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
an
you already had
anniversary
it.
thing.
Dude, you did it. You first off, you killed her in the stupidest way possible in a Spider-Man book to then bring her back as a mutant. And then when you did, we all were like, all right, that was dumb, but whatever, she's a mutant now. And then the first run for her came out. I was like, this is pretty good. I really like her as a mutant. I
Yeah.
like her with the X-Men. What were you saying, Mike?
And Biggin?
Embiggen.
Embiggen.
Yes.
Embiggen.
Biggin.
Embiggen. All right. Well, I think on that note, it's time to do that.
We're 26 minutes over. Let's
We are always 26 minutes over. That's the new name of this show.
All right.
That's the trope.
What are we doing now?
6 minutes over.
And Smolin.
All right.
Smaller.
You can find the show at That Comic Podcast everywhere online. That's at That Comic Podcast to your social media choice, unless it's Twitter/X, which is That Comic Pod. But for right now, I need you to head over to MagicMind/ComicPod50 to get 50% off your next Magic Mind order. And I would recommend going through this little journey with us. Also, ComicUniverseDelco.com. Head over there. Make sure you are helping us beta test this website. Password for that again is Universe 2025 with a capital U. And yeah. Awesome. You guys were great. This has always been wonderful. I love you all. My name is Menti. And yeah.
And before you sign off, because you loved our faces so much that you stayed on, smash that like button. Subscribe.
I don't like you saying smash.
yeah.
You can just press the button.
Sure, delicately.
With
if-
appendage.
No, we don't want that to happen to keyboards. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, Menti, pound that button.
Whoa.
way
Pound
worse. Way worse.
Features, that's the only word you have a lisp on.
And I'm Lance.
Oh,
I'm Huey. Goodbye.
yeah. Mike, what do you got to say that's not going to get us in trouble?
Thank you for having me on. It was fun. You guys rock. I love you all. No, seriously, thank you very much, man. You guys rock.
Yeah. Always a pleasure having you. And
Yes, sir.
tomorrow is going to be a fun day. Anybody? Oh, yeah. You guys, it's Wednesday for you guys. Damn.
Yesterday was a fun day.
Yeah, by the way, if anybody's listening and in the Delco area and wants to get in on any of these videos, we tend to film on Tuesdays. So just throwing that out there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you want to get in on a video.
When you walk,
Tuesday.
when you walk in and we all stop and we're like, don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah,
And
right.
we're all
Video.
just- and we're all just waiting for you to make your selection because we need the store to be quiet.
And I'll be the first one. Be like,
Masks.
you want to be in a video?
If Features are wearing a Deadpool mask, we're filming a video.
Yeah. Right. If you see him as Daredevil, that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm in the Deadpool man.
You're the right.
All right, Peter Head. Thanks for joining us. Later, everybody.
See you.
Excelsior.
Bye.